My name is Allyssa Sniff. I'm 21 from Metamora, Illinois. I started dancing because I got bored of cheerleading, actually. My gym fused with a dance studio, and I was at the highest level in cheerleading that my gym would offer. So I basically was just like, well, this is kind of boring at this point because I'm not going to get any further. We're just too small of a place. Obviously, no one knows where I'm from, so it's 20 people on my team. So yeah, I just started doing that and fell in love with how hard it was. I love contemporary because it's expressive, I would say. I'm a very structural type of person, so it's interesting to kind of I never did contemporary. Back home we did lyrical or modern or ballet, and we were super jazz people and tap and musical theater and still very strong lines, still very technical, but not as much of the emotive part of it. So once I got out here and I started doing that, it was what is this world? I want to be a part of Fuse because I feel it's going to be the biggest challenge of my life because I feel like I'm the underdog here because I didn't start dancing until I was 16, so I have only been dancing for 5 years, and I'm just a child in the dance world. But yeah, everyone's just dope, and I feel it's gonna push me, and I don't get to dance I do a lot of urban stuff now, so getting to kind of mix the two and have technicians around me will be good to push that side of it too. Absolutely a cat, always. I'm pretty sure I was a cat in a past life anyways, already. I think I was a jungle cat though, because I'm not afraid of snakes and I feel they respect me. My theme song is that old song from the 70s named September, because I'm a September baby, and I just live every time that song comes on. Yeah. My role model is probably my mom. Super lame, but she's the homie. She's one of the most selfless people I know, and I didn't know that I wasn't selfless until I've seen her be so selfless, and I'm girl, what? You're so nice all the time, and it never bothers her to do anything for anyone. And she always when we were kids, my dad didn't really support our dreams. I guess he was very go to school, get your scholarship, get to college, get a job. And my mom was no, just live your life. We didn't have a whole lot of money, and my mom definitely didn't have her side of the family didn't have money, and my dad's side did. So it was kind of backwards, that he had the money and wouldn't spend it, and she didn't have the money and would just get 4 jobs so we could do what we wanted to do. So she's she's one of the hardest workers I know, and she's always surpassing everything she has to do for anyone and everyone, but especially me because I was her child and her, her only girl. So yeah, she's the best. Oh yes. I am the most satisfied anytime I'm teaching ever. I love kids, and I love not even small children. I don't have a preference of who I'm teaching, but I love how malleable kids' brains are, because they haven't gotten set into bad habits or being afraid of things sometimes, and it's cool, especially when you're teaching tumbling or acro to them, to just be to teach them about their body, and for them to just be okay, cool, I have this facility that I can use in any way I want, because they've now seen them use it in a way that they didn't know they could use it before. And then I've had a lot of friends and other professional dancers that have come to me for tumbling privates, and even for just stuff that they can use in auditions, and it's just crazy how much better you feel about yourself after you know what you can do with your body, and giving someone else that feeling is just dope. Yes. If you want to move to LA, I would say just prepare for the worst, but expect the best, because if you think it's going to be bad, then it's obviously going to be bad. But if you're not prepared for it to be bad, then it's going to be way worse than otherwise. And just don't forget your why. like, why did you come out here? Because there's going to be a crazy amount of distractions along the way, and that will make you want to go home or make you want to stop doing what you're doing. Even if it's staying out here, you know, if you land a good job like in retail and you're moving up super fast or something like that, and you're making money and you're not making money doing what you want to do, then, you know, it's like hard to kind of validate doing what you want to do, but just like remembering why you did it in the first place, because it's hard. It gets hard out here in these streets. But yeah, it's worth it in the end, as long as you're willing to work for it, I think. Well, so I grew up in like the smallest town of life. Our population is like 3,000. My graduating class was like 90 people when like 3 people were pregnant and 4 were like getting married that summer. Like, very small town. People show up in camo from hunting that morning, like in it to win it. Like football heroes. My parents went to high school at the high school that I went to, so all of my teachers like knew me before I got there. And I was like super like athlete, cheerleader, academic before I started dancing. And then my whole life got turned upside down. And it kind of took over everything because I was very committed to going to college and using the scholarships that I had. And I graduated high school early with like a 4.2 GPA, was gonna go to college like out here to study math and, you know, make a lot of money counting numbers. And when I was 16, I fell in love with this, and I haven't been able to stop. Like, I literally can't stop ever. So I quit track, I quit cheerleading, I quit softball, I quit soccer. I graduated early. I got 3 jobs after high school and worked for a year and a half. I took over my studio for a year and saved up all the money I could in my life and just moved out here. And it's been like the craziest and most beautiful thing I've ever done in my life. And I just hope everyone wants to do that too.